Okay. Question. Okay, chat. Do you want my alcoholic grandmother stories, or do you want poop stories? Poop or alcohol? First one I see, I'll go with. Poop or alcohol? Alcohol was the first one I saw. Chat, you gotta get fired. You gotta be quick. You gotta be quick on these answers if you want your story. Okay, so, this story is about my alcoholic grandmother, okay? And how she was absolutely the best, okay? So, growing up, me and my little brother lived on a lake, okay? And my grandma lived just down the lake. So we would jump in the boat all the time, and we'd just go to grandma's house. And we'd pull it up there, and we'd have a good time. And the best thing about my grandma is every single time we pulled up, we would bake chocolate chip cookies. Like, we would always bake chocolate chip cookies, and it was always a good time, right? And it was tasty, and it was wonderful, and it was awesome. But here's the thing. We were like 5 to like 10, okay? And we did not realize what was actually going on, okay? We did not realize what was happening. So when we pulled on up, you know what? Actually, we're gonna have to pull the story back. When me and my little brother were very, very young, I loved my grandma. My little brother did not, okay? I love my grandma because she was my grandma and stuff like that, right? But my parents, whenever they would hand my little brother Jace over to my grandmother, Jace would cry. Jace would cry and cry and cry and cry. And then we would take him away and he'd stop crying. And we'd hand him to like our Aunt Dee Dee or anybody else. And he would be fine. The reason why he would cry is because my grandmother smelled of alcohol in her breath. And it just messed with him. Okay? The baby would just cry because grandma had whiskey breath. Okay? So fast forward to when we were kids and we would boat on over. We'd boat on over and she'd be like, "Oh, hi Teresa. Do you want to bake some cookies? Oh, I love you, kids. Yeah, let's make some cookies." And we'd be like, "Yeah, grandma, cookies." And she's like, "Yeah, cookies. That'll be great. Yeah, where did I put the whisk? Oh, okay. Where's the eggs? Okay." And she would be plastered off her ass and while we were baking the cookies. So she would just be absolutely plastered off her ass every single time we would come over there. Like, this grandma would like drink straight vodka, straight whiskey, stuff like that. But she would hide it. She would hide it throughout her house. So now this is the sad part of the story. When she passed away, okay, my parents had to start like cleaning out the house, right, to get it prepped for sale, right? Every single drawer that had clothes in it, it was just a thin layer of clothes and then empty alcohol bottles. Okay, her entire basement was filled like a hoarder full of empty alcohol bottles. She had an attic that was above her bed, like her bedroom, stuff like that. When they pulled open the attic just to check it out to see if there's any like old memorabilia, bottles and bottles and bottles of old alcohol, like empty alcohol bottles, rained out. Like, we had to take like bins and truckloads of old alcohol bottles out of this house. Like, I swear, she drank herself into the grave. Like, holy cow. This lady had pounds and tons of these alcohol bottles hidden. It wasn't in plain sight. You never see an alcohol bottle out on the counter, stuff like that. She would hide every single one of them. But she was great. She was honestly great. She just drank a lot, and whenever we would go over, she'd always be plastered because we would come over unannounced, and she'd been drinking all day. How many bottles? Oh, at least thousands. Like thousands, literally. No joke, thousands.